news tonight. Police force reassures Kibiti residents of safety. In international, over 50 still missing following landslide. And in sports, Taifa Stars urged to make the nation proud in AFCON finals. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. The police force has said that Kibiti area in Coast region is safe, and that claims that those involved in incidents of murder a few months ago in the area have returned and are planning on committing more murders are not true.
Leo tuko katika eneo la Lungungu ambalo liko katika wilaya ya Kibiti katika mkoa wa kipolisi wa Rufiji.
This area was used by criminals to carry out homicide on innocent people, which shook Rufiji, Kibiti and Mkuranga. If you remember, in 2016-2017, some political leaders were murdered in Kibiti. Police officers and other government officials, too, carried out by a group of criminals who had monopolized this area. But the police force, working together with other law enforcement organs, managed to completely defeat the gang. But we've heard of reports that there was some who were spotted here, so we came today to inspect this area to find out if there is anything going on, and have found none. Security in our village is sound. There has been no criminal activities. We commend the police force at all levels who have helped to restore peace in this area.
Over 300 houses, including religious houses built next to River Ngaranaro, are in danger of collapsing due to soil erosion caused by rainwater, forcing residents and environment stakeholders to start efforts to save the environment by building blockades by using rocks in the area.
I must say that I have come here to support you all because I have heard your complaints. In light of that, I decided that I must come here to join you all in efforts to rebuild the various types of infrastructure in this place. Hence, I intend to give you all first a donation of 10 million shillings. But because of the various expenses which you shall incur down the road, I am also giving you a donation of 1 million shillings as well. I would like to tell both the party and the government to always remember about the importance of this issue. I must say that the issue of environmental pollution is a very serious one indeed. I would like to say that when we take care of the environment will take care of us. Therefore, I think that it is time that we returned to our old slogan of let us plant trees instead of cutting them down. If this issue is not addressed, then the effects of environmental pollution will have very serious consequences for our community. For example, the houses on the side of the river will eventually collapse. And I must say that when the houses do collapse, it will hinder our development.
Some fishermen from 6 villages in various wards in Muheza district are alleged to be fishing by using plant and industrial poisons, something that has begun to cause fear to over 600,000 users of River Zigi in Muheza district, Tanga region.
Hali ya kuchafua vyanzo vya maji hususani kwenye mto Zigi.
River pollution activities, particularly in the River Zigi, is still a problem because people have not yet understood the impact of poison used in water.
Kwa udhibiti jinsi tunavyoweka,
we put controls in place, but it is hard to police. We do our best and sometimes we conduct patrols late in the night. But it's hard to manage the situation. We ask for more people to be added in the patrol. All students will receive a tree for home and school, and if a student receives one from Standard 1, by the time he gets to Standard 7, if it's a fruit-bearing tree, then there should be fruits to be had. And if it's for other resources, then he should have some income for when he goes to join Form 1.
Owners of regional passenger buses from Songwe and Mbeya regions have met at the District Commissioner's office to oppose the new system of staying in queues for vehicles exiting the main stand on claims that the procedures is not friendly for drivers as it will cause buses to race each other and cause unnecessary accidents.
We are not in agreement and therefore shall not comply. In our experience, this will not work out. If there is no regulation, then they will end up racing and causing accidents. The bus station is owned by the municipal council and they are the ones to decide on how it should be run.
Challenges faced by passengers using canoes from transport when entering Mwalo wa Mwigobelo area in Musoma Urban from various islands within Lake Victoria in Mara region, such as falling into the water when getting off the canoes and a douse has been resolved after Tanzania Ports Authority completed the construction of a dock at 600 million shillings cost.
Before the construction of this port, we had no place to offload and a place to keep the goods, but this will improve our operations greatly. The completion of this project will allow passengers to board and alight more securely. This is the first phase. We hope that in the second phase, we shall be constructing a fish market as well as passenger awaiting area. Business leaders are impressed with all our ports in the lake zone because it costs a lot to use the road.
Tourism stakeholders have been urged to attend the Karibu Kili Fair Tourism Exhibition that starts tomorrow, with preparations for the fair being finalized today. Sebastian Koloa has more in the story.
One day until the biggest East African exhibition of tourism takes place here in Arusha, the Karibu Kili Fair, and what has been waited has come to an end. It's 100%. The preparations have taken place, and we have spoken to one of the directors, and he tells us that there's going to be a lot tomorrow. The stands are already looking good.
We are the organizer of the show called Karibu Kili Fair, the first time in Arusha, which is taking place from tomorrow up to Sunday for 3 days, which means 7, 8, and 9. And this show will be opened by the Minister of Tourism, Amis Gigwangala, at 10 tomorrow a.m. And the entrance will be only 8,000 for anyone who is coming as a visitor to this show. Come and see. There's a lot to see around. Make sure you don't miss. You can even plan your trip here. And when you come, please make sure you visit around. There's a lot you can learn, and make sure you bring the kids. There's also a playground for kids, and the kids are only half price when you come on the entrance. Please make sure you come, and karibuni sana.
Reporting from Arusha, it's me, Sebastian Koloa of Capital TV.
Now, one person has escaped death after being invaded by robbers with machetes and rocks at his home in the middle of the night while asleep, where he was injured by being caught by machetes and rushed to Abdallah Mzee Hospital.
He started screaming, and one of the criminals came and hit me on the head. This is very sad because it occurred at around 2 a.m. when everyone was asleep. It's been said that a group of unidentified men broke in. There were about 6 people who had covered their faces. They attacked the victim, who was badly injured. He's been taken to the hospital, but he is not too good. The police is investigating.
Tanzania Bureau of Standards TBS has conducted an exercise to ban second-hand underwear that has been banned by the government. The second-hand undergarments was caught in various operations in districts of Lindi and Mtwara after inspections of shops and markets.
This exercise is to implement the government's ban on the sale of second-hand underwear. We've been carrying out inspection, and anyone found to be on the market was destroyed. TBS has been successful to a large extent. There is an understanding amongst traders. However, some choose to sell believing that they will not be found out. Traders in such items were not informed that it was not allowed to sell second-hand underwear. If we are not informed, how can we possibly know that it is banned?
And hundreds of Kenyan nationals living in Arusha region have gone out for biometric registration that was put together by the Kenyan government to identify its citizens living outside the country so that they can begin to receive important government services while outside the country.
I must say that we don't want to hear talk regarding the number of Kenyans in Tanzania. Right now, I must say that we are engaging in this exercise to register all Kenyans here in the country so that they will be given a special number which will enable them to receive assistance and services from the government. I must say that I feel that this exercise has been successful. And I feel that it can also help my fellow Kenyans and I here in Arusha to get services because all of our data will be stored in one place.
And that is all for national news. International news follows shortly. And in international news, over 50 people are still missing following a landslide that occurred yesterday in Bududa district east of Uganda, with the number of the deaths reaching 6. Government efforts to move residents of the area to safe places are ongoing.
We have witnessed deaths and destructions following mudslides. Some family members went to work in the morning and left their loved ones at home, so it is very sad to come home and find only dead bodies. At the new location, we have to provide them with food at least for 1 year, and then give them land for shelter and farming. All of these needs are great ones, therefore we need a big enough budget in order to meet all of their demands.
The President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, announced the ban on the use of plastic bags in national parks, forests and beach shores from the 5th of June next year as part of efforts to protect the environment in Kenya.
Building on this, today I am also announcing another ban on single-use plastics, including plastic bottles and straws, in all our protected areas. In all our protected areas, including national parks, beaches, forests, and conservation areas, effective 5th of June next year. Sustainable environment is a guarantee to a healthy, better, and productive society. And that is why women and girls, who are key victims of unsustainable practices, must own this campaign as part of the Gender Equality Campaign. I wish to thank each and every one of you and say that together we indeed can deliver.
The United Nations will pull staff out of Sudan as African Union AU holds an emergency meeting after the violent dispersal of a protest camp in the capital killed dozens of people.
Eerie quiet on the streets of the Sudanese capital. These are roadblocks set up by the protesters. We are told they're an act of defiance against the Rapid Support Forces, the group behind the raid on the protest camp on Monday. The African Union suspended Sudan following an emergency session on Thursday until a civilian government is formed. So far, nothing has been resolved to bridge the divide between the junta and the protest groups.
And that is the end of international news. Sports news follows shortly after the break. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Kotaro Tokuda. What's up? My name is Sean Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip, hop, a hip, the hip, hip, hop, you don't stop the rockin' to the bang, bang, boogie to up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette. I'm watching Sport Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
with Sebastian.
With Sebastian.
Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
In sports news tonight, the Deputy Minister of Information, Arts, Culture and Sports, Juliana Shonza, has directed players of Taifa Stars to go to the 2019 AFCON finals in Egypt and make the nation proud.
Kwa ajili ya kuweka kambi ya wiki mbili nchini Misri kwa ajili sasa ya kuweza kujinoa zaidi.
They'll stay in camp for 2 weeks in Egypt. I congratulate the TFF for such huge preparations because the team has been well prepared from home to foreign lands. As the ministry, we have the responsibility of supervising every move done by our national team so that we can win these tournaments. What is important is to be patriotic so that we can make our country and government proud of their national team. However, we are still calling on more people to support them at big tournaments.
Over 40 athletes from Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia and Australia have confirmed participation in the 21 5 and 2 kilometers marathon organized in honor of veteran John Akware that are expected to begin on June 9th in Arusha.
An international marathon.
It is an international marathon, thus we have invited participants from all neighboring countries. Surprisingly, we even have participants from outside Africa, such as Australia, for example. The marathon has been well organized with 4 points at which the athletes themselves will be able to refresh themselves. The registration is ongoing. Prizes will be given according to 3 categories, which include the 21 kilometers, 5 kilometers, which is the fun run, and the 2-kilometer race, which is for children.
American teenager Amanda Anisimova has reached the semi-finals of the French Open with a straight sets win over defending champion Simona Halep. Here is more.
And third seed Halep, age 27, lost 6-2, 6-4 to the unseeded 17-year-old. And Soma never won a match at Roland Garros before this year, but is yet to drop a set on the way to her first Grand Slam semi-final. The world number 51 will face Australian 8th seed Ailish Barty, who beat American Madison Keys 6-3, 7-5. As well as winning her solitary Grand Slam title in Paris, former world number 1 Halep was runner-up at this tournament in 2017 and 2014, but her defeat means that there are no Grand Slam champions left in the women's draw.
Portugal manager Fernando Santos described Cristiano Ronaldo as a genius after his superb hat-trick ensured Portugal reached the Nations League final with victory over Switzerland at the Estadio do Dragão. Here's more.
Hosts the lead with a stunning first half free kick that flew into the bottom right corner, wrong-footing Swiss keeper Jan Sommer. Switzerland levelled in the second period when Ricardo Rodriguez tucked away a video-assisted referee-awarded penalty after Felix Breich had initially signalled for a penalty at the other end. But after consulting his pitch-side monitor, referee Breich instead gave a spot kick for Nelson Semedo's foul on Switzerland's Steven Zuber. Incensed by the decision, the hosts struggled to build any rhythm as the game appeared to drift towards extra time. However, Ronaldo made the crucial difference later on, sweeping Bernardo Silva's cross into the corner of the net before firing into the same spot 102 seconds later.
Neymar will miss the 2019 Copa America on home soil after rupturing a ligament in his ankle during Brazil's 2-0 friendly win over Qatar in Brasilia. Here's more.
Captaincy in May limped off at 17 minutes. Everton's Richarlison had put the hosts ahead after 16 minutes, and Manchester City striker Gabriel Jesus added a second 8 minutes later. The 12-team Copa America tournament starts on Friday the 14th. Neymar was taken to the hospital for a scan after being helped off the pitch by members of the Brazil support staff, having appeared to twist his ankle. Brazil coach Tite, who on Monday described the forward as indispensable but not irreplaceable in the team, initially believed the injury would not be very serious.
And FIFA have confirmed that the Confederation of African Football President Ahmed is being questioned by authorities in France. Here's more.
A statement from football's world governing body says it is in relation to allegations related to his mandate, while President of CAF added that FIFA is unaware of the details surrounding this investigation and is therefore not in a position to make any comment on it specifically. FIFA is asking the French authorities for any information that might be relevant to investigations taking place within its ethics committee.
And that's Sports Item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Kibiti Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.
Watch Capital Television on Zuku Decoder, Channel 51. Capital Television, your channel of choice.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters.
In this program, I have with me the Director of Enterprise Business Unit, Vodacom Tanzania, Arjun Dillon.
I think the first challenge for us is educating people out there, which is a long-term thing. I think people gradually change. They take some time to adopt to